Welcome back to Treasure Quest Mining's weekly treasure hunt series. My name is Angeline, and I'm going to be your tour guide. Each week for our treasure hunts, we walk around the shop, select 10 treasures, tag them with a little blue dot, and then that treasure is 20% off for the week. Sale periods run from Friday to Friday, so this week's sale runs from October 31st through November 7th. But you're going to want to claim your favorite pretty quickly. So if you're local to the Apex area, you can just come on by and shop the shelves. But if you're not local, or it may take you a day or two to get here, simply give us a call or send us an email and we can hold that treasure for you or ship it out to you. All right, folks, let's go ahead and get started. Now let's pick treasure number 1. We're going to come in and head to the right and head over here to this primary display wall. And I was contemplating picking a piece of jade, but I settled on picking a copper splash. So we'll take a look at these copper splash pieces. This is the last of our copper collection. The copper is mined in Michigan and then melted down and splashed on the ground, like literally. That's how it gets this super cool shape. Then they provide an oxidizing agent to the front of it, which makes it green, and then they buff the high parts, returning it to the copper, and then they give it a clear coat finish, so it'll always stay like that. So let's pick one. They're pretty hard to choose from. They're all so cool and artistic. How about we choose this piece? And they do come with the stand. This is an $84 piece, and it's awesome. I love that splash effect there, right? That's a really good piece. So we'll choose this one. This will be treasure number 1 for this week's treasure hunt. This $84 piece of copper mined in Michigan. Now for treasure number 2, we're going to slide one shelf down and pick a piece of unicorn jasper. This is the last of our material from India, the unicorn jasper, and that was the last of our copper. So we'll stick with the theme of last chance treasures. So unicorn jasper is a name given to this stone, this particular vein of jasper that has these pastel colors intermingled with green and some light reds. And I like this one. So it's hard to choose, but I think this one's a good one to choose. So we'll pick this one. Check out that like light lilac color, very pastel green as well. This is a $28, ooh, the bottom's fun. This is a $28 piece of unicorn jasper, and this will be treasure number 2. And unicorn jasper is believed to promote self-love and encourage emotional healing while imparting a sense of joy and whimsy. That's a beautiful piece. So there we go, treasure number 2, unicorn jasper. And for treasure number 3, we're gonna head over here, take a left, and pick a skull. So since this week's sale runs from October 31st through November 7th, let's honor Halloween by picking a skull. So we carry lots of different gemstone and stone skulls, crystal skulls. We have several different sizes. We have these little small guys, and of course these gigantic, exquisitely carved pieces. But let's pick a medium one for this week. And these are hard to choose from. So we have, that one's really pretty. These guys are beautiful. Let's take a closer look at this one. Let's take it over here to the light. Oh, that's amazing. So there's a lot of beautiful agate. Oh, check that out. Look at the crystalline structure in this one. I love this one. So this is a beautiful agate skull. It's got some other stuff going on in there. Check out the details. Look at his nose. I love it. So this is a great little piece and a perfect way to celebrate Halloween. So the $68 skull will be treasure number 3 for this week. And for treasure number 4, we're going to turn back to this main wall and pick a piece of malachite. I want to pick a piece of fibrous malachite this week. So we have a lot of these great little it's called fibrous because it's in the raw, right? This is the fibrous structure of the malachite. So let's pick a piece of raw, unpolished malachite. I like this one, so we'll just focus on this one. This will be treasure number 4. This is a $62 piece of unpolished, raw, fibrous malachite. Oh, cool. Check out the back side or top side, whatever side you want to call the top. Oh, this one's cool. Yeah, this is a really nice piece. So this piece will be treasure number 4 from this week. And it's from the Democratic Republic of the Congo in Africa. And that's where all of these polished malachite pieces are from as well. And when you look at them polished and you look at them raw, you can really understand the incredibly cool crystalline structure that these guys take as they form. Love it. This is a great piece. So there we go. Treasure number 4 for this week. Okay, so for treasure number 5, I want to slide right over and pick a piece of citrine. So citrine is the birthstone for the month of November, so that's a good way to start our month, right? These are natural citrine pieces from Brazil. So most citrine that's available on the market is heat-treated amethyst, and heat-treated amethyst has a completely different color. It's often more orangey, and usually you'll have a white patch, and that's because that's the root of the amethyst. But the natural citrine looks a bit more gray, and just has this different tone of color. So these guys are a bit more expensive than the heat-treated amethyst, but that's because they're rare and hard to find. And let's pick this one. So this is a $46 piece of natural citrine. Check out that rainbow inside. Let's see if I can get there we go, the camera to pick it up. And I like this piece because it looks like there's a feather inside. Check out that cool pattern in there. There we go. See the feather? Okay, well, I get distracted. So there we go. This will be treasure number 5, this natural piece of citrine that's been polished in this fun shape, which allows you to see the interior of this stone quite nicely. So there we go. Treasure number 5, November birthstone. Okay, and we're going to backtrack for a minute because I realized that I'm trying so quickly to be efficient with the video, I forget to go over the metaphysical properties. So let's take a moment and do that. So citrine is intended to inspire happiness and joy. And let's just go back and take a quick look at the malachite. And the malachite is intended to offer powerful protection from negativity and that kind of funky negativity that you may pick up from other people. So malachite is considered a protection stone, and citrine is considered a stone of happiness and joy. I'll try to do better at highlighting that as I go. So for treasure number 6, we're going to pick one of these labradorite cut base pieces. So labradorite is one of my favorite stones. I love it because it's always a surprise, the color. You know, you look at the stone and you think it's just some unassuming gray rock, and then you see a flash of color and it can take your breath away. So I love labradorite. And I was eyeing this piece, so we're just gonna quit monkeying around and we're just gonna go ahead and pick this piece. So this is a $68 piece of labradorite. The back of it is raw or in its natural form, and it has a polished flat cut base, or not polished, but raw, and a polished surface. One side is polished. This is a really nice piece. So you have those coppery and green colors. You see a little bit of pink there, and a really light, like pastel blue and dark blue. This is a beautiful piece. And it stands nice and tall, so it's a good display piece, and it has quite a bit of color and movement. So this is a great piece. There we go. This will be treasure number 6, labradorite. And labradorite is the stone of new beginnings. So there we go. Labradorite is also the stone of adventure, inspiring self-discovery. Pretty cool stuff. All right, so now let's head down the hall to pick treasure number 7. And for this week, I want to pick one of these fossils that we haven't focused on much in the past. So let's pick one of these otodus shark's tooth fossils. So all of these fossil specimens are $98, and it's the otodus shark's tooth. Now the otodus is the ancestor to the megalodon, and he reached 30 feet in length, which is 10 feet longer than the great white. And these specimens are in their host rock. So oftentimes the fossils, unfortunately, are placed in a matrix. They're placed in like a composite rock type material, but these guys are original to their rock. And so that's what makes them particularly special. And I like this one. So let's see if I can carefully take this one out. Oh, they're heavy. Okay. There we go. So this specimen is from Morocco. Check out that amazing preservation of this tooth. So the otodus is known for his cusps. See, the cusp is that little side point to his tooth, right? So there we go. This is a really cool natural matrix rock with an otodus shark's tooth inside, otodus obliquus. There we go. Treasure number, what are we on? 7? Treasure number 7 for this week. Super cool shark's tooth fossil. And for treasure number 8, we're gonna slide right over and we're gonna pick another item from Michigan. So these specularite slabs or specular hematite are from Michigan. They're the byproduct of the iron ore mining process. And I can't reach very many without the ladder. So we're gonna pick this one because this is one that I can reach without having to get the ladder out. So this is a $64 piece of specularite or specular hematite. And in its natural shape, or natural state, I should say, it looks like this. And that's beautiful, but it has a lot of hematite, right? So it's gonna rust, and that's where you see that red. And so what they figured out to do was to coat it in an epoxy finish, and that gives it that glossy, wet appearance. And it also prevents it from oxidizing and rusting up on you. But look at how beautiful it is. So this is a $64 slab of specular hematite from Michigan. And this is the last of our material as well. So we're still on our last chance kick. And it does come with the little stand to display it. So there we go. Treasure number 8 for this week. This piece of specular hematite. And again, I forgot to talk about the metaphysical properties. So hematite is known for grounding, and so this stone is revered for helping in self-discovery and aiding in grounding and balance. So there we go, treasure number 8. And for treasure number 9, we're gonna slide right down and pick a piece of orbicular jasper. So again, we're still on our last chance theme here. So this is orbicular jasper from India. And orbicular jasper has these little orbs or these little dots in there. You can see from this guy, yep. So let's pick a piece. We have these like cool free-formy shapes, these egg shapes, and then some obelisks. So let's pick, I like this color. So let's pick this obelisk. Let's let the camera refocus there. So this is a $24 piece of orbicular jasper. Come on, camera. There we go. From India. It has a lot of red orbs. So orbicular jasper also runs with bloodstone. So there we go. Oh, let's see what it's about. I'm remembering now. So orbicular jasper is supposed to promote an emotional healing and creating positive change and self-discovery. So we have a few stones here this week that are about self-discovery, don't we? Orbicular jasper and labradorite. There we go, treasure number 9. This $24 super cool orbicular jasper obelisk. And for treasure number 10, we're gonna spin around and pick a treasure off of this cabinet. And I already know that I want to pick this little star candle. So let's pick this star candle. This is a $14 driftwood candle holder. These are made in Indonesia. Cute little thing. Nice little gift. And this little glass votive candle holder comes out, and so does the candle, right? So for this particular candle holder, you want to use these, I think they're called teacup candles or tea light candles, and they have this metal container. Words are hard for me today. So you want to use one of these because it will protect the glass. It also allows you to remove the candle. Super easy. They drop right in and they come right out. Easy stuff. And then this glass votive holder sets inside of the driftwood star. So this is a great little way to end our treasure hunt for this week. So this will be treasure number 10. This $14 driftwood star-shaped candle holder from Indonesia. Now let's retrace our steps. And that'll do it for this week's treasure hunt. Thank you so much for shopping with us. We hope you have a great week, and we'll see you next time.